Hey y'all, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to check out another one of my videos. Today I am coming at you with a different video, at least for me. It has been ages since I have done a Boxycharm unboxing. However, I just got my October Boxycharm in the mail. This is the base box, and it was such a good one. I was like, you know what? I want to do an unboxing video, and it's going to be made even sweeter because I'm going to be trying all the products out that I got in my box live on camera so you guys can see how it all works and how it performs for me. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this look, what I got in my Boxycharm for October's base box 2021, stay tuned and we're going to jump into it very soon. I feel super rusty trying to do this unboxing because it's been literally so long. I can't remember the last time I've done an unboxing on my YouTube channel since I stopped, but I don't think I've done one in 2021. But they've been sending it to me every single month for all of 2021, but I've just been unboxing them over on my Instagram, and to be honest, I don't use majority of the products that have been in this year's box just because they're just, I don't know, they were just very hit or miss for me, and most of them were a miss. However, as I said, this box is so good. I think I'm excited for every single product in this box, which is rare. So I'm like, is this like the best box that Boxycharm has done in 2021? Let's find out. I do want to say I get this sent in PR, so I did not purchase this. They just send it to me at the beginning of the month. And let's go ahead and unbox it really quick, and then we'll jump into the get ready with me portion where I create this look, and then we can kind of close it out with final thoughts at the end. So that's how I'm going to be doing it. Again, I feel so rusty trying to do this unboxing. But anyway, here is my box, and the theme is Spellbound, obviously because it's October, Halloween, and all that jazz. But let's go ahead and just start with the first product, which I'll just grab this one here. It's the Tarte C Wink of H2O. Wink of H2O. That's so cute. This is an eye cream. It's a vegan collagen eye cream. Retails for $35. It's a decent little size, guys. You can see eye cream you don't use too much. If you were curious, what is the 15 grams, 0.53 ounces. Now because this is an eye cream and I jumped on camera just to do like finish out my eyes, I didn't start with like a bare face today. I decided to just go ahead and put this on this morning, and I did record that little bit, so if you want to see, I'll overlay it here and just very quickly show you guys me applying it. I don't know, it's an eye cream. How exciting can it be to watch me put it on? But I figured I would just show you so you guys can see the texture, how easily it blends in and whatnot. And I mean, as I'm sitting here, you know, doing this video, I feel like my under eyes look fine as ever. I don't know, eye cream's one of those things I feel like you have to use the whole thing to kind of look back and think, you know, was it worth it? So I really can't give any thoughts and opinions on this right now. However, I can tell you that it feels nice, it blended in nice, and I am excited to use it in a $35 value in a I think it's $25 box. That's awesome right there. That's more than the value of the box, so I was super happy to see that. Next up, the star of the show for me obviously was the palette, and I always cross my fingers because I feel like usually with Boxycharm I get stuck with like the really neutral or just the palette I'm not into at all. However, this month they gave the Beaute Falling For You palette, and this is one of their newer palettes that they launched, so with their newer formulas, and just look at this palette. I remember seeing it on Instagram, and I think I even talked about it in a Will I Buy It, and I was just like, oh no, that totally missed the mark. Like, it was only like, I think these two colors that really called to me and that felt fallish, because the picture just made up here look so neutral and toned down. However, it's very, very pretty. I know it's got a huge glare, but there's like magenta in there. There's like a hot pink, but a dark hot pink. It looks so much more pretty in person, so I was excited to get this because it just looks so enticing. So I did use this today. We are going to be trying it on my eyes, and I'm going to, you know, share with you guys as I do my eye look what I think about it. But yeah, that was one of the things I got in my box, and this retails, let's see, for $34.99. So $35. It's a new launch from them. This right here definitely made the box for me. If this was the only thing that I liked out of the box, if I had spent $25, I would have still saved $10, so that would have been cool. But that is not all that I was excited for. Let's move on. There were some brushes in this box. This is Trace Loose Beauty. I think that's how you pronounce it, Trace Loose. I'm honestly not sure, but Trace Loose Beauty, like an Artista brush set. This is a new launch from them. It retails for $27 for 4 brushes. Came in this little box here, and here's what they look like. I love the color. Like, look at how bright and beautiful these are. They feel like very soft to the touch, almost like NARS packaging. And then the brushes themselves, they're all kind of like a bit fluffier blending brushes, and we'll get into it as I do the eye tutorial, and you guys can see a little bit easier as I'm using them how big they are, but they are all bigger blending brushes for me and my preferences, except for this guy. I really liked this guy. He was the perfect size for me, so I'll be using that in a little bit. And then next up, we also got from Appeal Cosmetics, this is their adhesive liquid liner in jet black. It retails for $29. I've gotten a couple things from Appeal. They haven't ever blown me out of the water, but they are definitely one of those like staple routine brands that you see in Boxycharm. And it's a liquid liner, so you shake it up, you put it on like a regular black liquid liner, and then as it dries, it gets tacky, so you can pop on lashes and it holds all day. And this is my favorite, or an adhesive liner is my favorite way to wear false lashes, so I was excited to see if this is any good, and we'll get into that in a little bit. And then last up is going to be lashes. These are from Kamara Unique Beauty. It's A-U-N-I-Q-U-E. Unique Beauty. This is the Mary Lash, and they retail for $25, new brand to Boxycharm. Okay, so this is the first time they're in Boxycharm. I didn't recognize them at all, but they're a cute little lash brand. You obviously can't see it, so I'll go ahead and stick up close-ups tonight when I take them off so you guys can see what they look like. They're a very natural lash, so if you're someone who isn't crazy into lashes, I feel like this is the perfect lash. I'm wearing them on my eyes today, and I feel like you almost can't tell, like, that's how natural they look, but you can tell I got something on there, but they're not like super long and super big. They're on that verge of not being worth it for me to put on, because I'm someone who, if I'm going to go through the effort of getting lashes to stay on my eyes, I want it to be a little bit noticeable, nothing crazy and like super, you know, taking over my eye look, but I want them to give me length, I guess is my preference. And these are just a touch higher or touch longer than my natural lashes and just a touch more full. So that is the final product in the box. Okay, so quickly tallying it up, all 5 of those products, the retail value, if I purchased all of them separately at retail price, would have been $150.99, so $151 just about. And you can purchase this box for $25. I'll put the price here on the screen so you guys can know. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done one of these unboxings, so I'm sorry I'm a little bit rusty, but regardless if it's $25 or $30, to get $150 worth of product in a box that I'm excited to actually use and try everything in it, that's a great box, isn't it? I think it's fantastic. So at this time, let me go ahead and just show you guys how it works for me. As I said, I'm going to be applying them to my face live on camera, and it's going to be more of like a chit chat, casual, get ready with me. So let's go ahead and transition over to that. And then at the end, we'll come back here and I'll give you guys my first impressions with all these products after wearing them for about half a day at this point. So see you very soon, but let's go back in time to Katie from this morning when I started putting on my makeup. All right, so my eyes are primed and ready to go. Let's go ahead. Before we dive into the palette, we're going to talk about the brushes. There are 4 brushes and it retails for $27. Very pretty. It's like a purple blue. Is that indigo? I forget. And they feel almost NARS-ish. Looks like we have 3 blending brushes, 1 big, medium, and small, and then a little slanted kind of blending brush. So this is perfect. I like blending brushes, so I'm going to use as many as I can. But let's move on to the palette. Here it is. I will say I feel like in person this is a lot prettier than I thought when I first initially saw it launched and released online. It's very pretty. I'm going to see how colorful I can get because it's definitely a little bit more neutral toned. I mean, not crazy neutrals, but I feel like you can get a very neutral look with this, and I want to see how much color I can bring in with these shades to a look. So that's where my eye's going to be focusing on. Okay, so I'm going to take this really tiny kind of eyeliner brush, and I want to take Chestnut, and I'm going to use that as a liner. I'm curious to see. I feel like whenever I do this kind of liner with shadow, I like to do it first because it really helps, since I do tacky bases, it really helps it kind of stamp down and stay as I blend around it, and then I just kind of touch it up at the end if I need to, and it'll give like a purple liner effect, which is pretty. Okay, so I couldn't talk through that because I feel like I would go a million times slower if I did, but here's what it looks like. Very pretty. I am getting some fallout, which isn't too crazy unusual because I am kind of packing it on. Honestly, not too much on this side. It was mostly just a couple little drops on this side. Now we're going to move on. I'm going to take this slanted brush and I'm going to go into Cranberry, which is right here. We're going to pack it on. Ooh, it looks nice and bright. Tap it off, and I'm going to be packing this right onto the outer lid area. Trying to keep it kind of low because I want to use the other shade above it. I guess I'm going to take this side of this brush. These slanted kind of fluffy brushes, I'm not the craziest for, just because I feel like I don't use them well, and this one's also a little large. If this was a bit smaller, I could probably use it and enjoy it a lot more, but with it being large and fluffy and slanted, it's just like, how do I use you? And I'm just gonna fluff this in there, get a little bit of depth in this outer corner, and then I'm gonna use that other bright kind of orangey shade to blend out on top of it. I can't believe that we are in October, y'all. I feel like I'm kind of gearing mentally up for Capemas already. I've been going back and forth. I'm gonna ask on my Instagram. I've been meaning to for the past couple days, so hopefully by the time this video goes live, I have asked. You guys have seen the polls, but I'd love to know your thoughts on Capemas. Do you guys, or not even Capemas, I do what I call Capemas. I feel like everyone always gives it a little name, and I came up with Capemas because I am not creative, but anyway, Vlogmas is what people do, and it's where you post every day up until Christmas, or sometimes people do every day in December. Okay, now I'm gonna go into, this is kind of like a flatter a little bit. No, maybe I should save that. No, this is gonna be for the inner corner, so I'm gonna use this one on the outer corner, and I'm going to take Candy Corn, which is that kind of, it looks like bright orange, but also it has a bit of pink in it. Anyway, I'm going to use that right above it. But I love to hear if you guys enjoy when YouTubers do daily uploads, because, you know, I was thinking about it, and if you're not aware, I have all 3 of my children who have birthdays in December. It's December, so it's all the holidays. Right before it is Thanksgiving, right after it is Christmas. It's a pretty busy month for us, so I was contemplating doing something different or not doing it all, or honestly the biggest change I was thinking is just instead of uploading every single day in December, just doing every other day in December, so it's still like frequent uploads and we can have fun with doing more special videos, but it's not every single day, because that definitely is difficult for me in December unless I'm really on top of it and I get a lot of videos done early, but I feel like I never do, because it's just hard for me to plan and you know, prepare videos that far in advance, especially with it being the end of the year, because I have all my end of the year videos, like, you know, top this from 2021 and whatnot, and you can't really do those before the end of the year, so I tried to save it for right before. Though I was contemplating changing that, and instead of doing it right at the end of the year, do it sometime in December and just like excluding December from the end of 2021, and then next year when I go to do it again, I would just include December 21, so this, you know, year would be a little off because it would only be like 11 months, but then the following year it would even out to 12 months because I would use December from the year before. What do you guys think of that? I feel like that's a little bit more manageable for me, but I don't know if that's like, it's not really all of 2020 if I exclude December from my rankings and whatnot, but I'd love to hear what you think about that. But also, what do you guys think of Vlogmas? Do you guys enjoy Vlogmas every single day? Would you prefer if it was a little bit more slower paced and did every other day instead of every day? I was honestly also thinking, like, I love November. I feel like October, a couple people do every single day, like daily uploads leading up to Halloween and whatnot during October, and I was like, you know what, I love November. Like, what if I did just daily uploads in November instead of December? I don't know, that one I'm not as sure on, obviously, because I haven't done it. I'm gonna take just a touch of squash. I wanna use it to clean up here, and I'm gonna use the largest, fluffiest brush. Hopefully, not really clean up, but just soften is my goal. So anyway, I was thinking about maybe doing November. I am gonna ask on Instagram, but I feel like that's the least likely path I'm gonna take, because I feel like it's just, I don't know, not really Vlogmas if it's the month before, if I do daily uploads the entire month before. But then I was thinking maybe that would be better because it could kind of space it out, because I feel like that is the rub with everyone doing Vlogmas, is there's just so much content to watch. I always miss people's, and so I was like, if I do it in October, then, you know, there's one less video to like clog up your feed in December every single day. I'd still upload in December, but I just wouldn't do daily uploads. I'd probably do more like my usual schedule. But I don't know, I'm not sure what I think. So let me know what you think about all that. I feel like I'm just throwing stuff at you. I've been thinking about this so much, and honestly, I don't know what to do, so I've been putting it off, but I'm like, it's October. I really need to start like planning a calendar, thinking towards all the videos I want to do, and as much as possible, there's some stuff I can pre-film, and if I have a free day, I really need to pre-film because it just makes it easier to, you know, manage later on. I'm gonna go in with this orange. This is Persimmon. I should have saved more space for this because it's a really pretty shade. And they're blending really nice, the mattes together. I feel like I've used quite a few mattes. That first one I stuck down there is not moving. The outer corner I'm a little unhappy with, but I think it's more so just these big brushes because they are definitely the blending brush that I use on the outer corner and the packing brush on the outer corner. It's just bigger than I'm used to, so I'm trying not to make a mess and like get too all over the place with it, because then I feel like it just looks, my eye looks messy when I get too far out. So I think I'm gonna grab another brush and fix that, because I'm pretty sure it's just the brush I'm using. The mattes are beautiful. They're nicely pigmented on the thinner side, but not like a dry thin side, if that helps at all. Like, they're definitely not super duper like dense in feeling when you touch them and whatnot, but they have a nice softness to them, a nice creaminess to them. I like them, and they blended really nicely. So I'm gonna go in with one of my other brushes that I would prefer to use for something like this. Okay, we're just gonna go with this. I just need something a little bit smaller, and I'm gonna take that purple shadow that I put on my outer corner, and I'm just going to spend some time here, and then I'll dip back in, probably with the same brush, into the candy corn pinky orange color and go right on top of it. You have to tell me what you guys think of the blend. try my best to do this palette justice because, you know, I'm not the best when it comes to blending. I definitely have really rough days. Whenever I do my Palette Palooza countdown review video and I have to include all the looks, there's some I'm just like, oh, Katie, you couldn't spend like 10 more seconds blending that outer corner because like, oh, that don't look good. But helps me learn. I definitely feel like I hopefully helps me learn as I look back at eye looks and whatnot and have to edit videos or tutorials. There's so many times I see looks and I'm just like, ugh, can you hide that outer corner? Because like, especially out here, I feel like I've just always looks kind of bad, but trying to work on it. Anyway, getting back to the matter at hand, getting back to Kate Miss. Let me know what you guys think with Vlogmas and stuff like that. I'm just going back in with that lighter tone and softening everything up. I'm just really not sure what to do. We got to do a shimmer, so let me get a glitter primer. Okay, so there's no flat brush in the little tray stick brushes, so I'm just going to grab one of mine. Not many are clean, so this is going to be hard. Okay, found a brush. This is Urban Decay's, I don't know, E206. I like it. It's a nice little flat brush. We have 4 shimmers to work with. These 2 look extremely sparkly. These 2 look extremely foiled. Decisions. I kind of want to take this shade and this shade. This on the inner corner, this on the outer, not inner corner, this on the inner eyelid, this on the outer eyelid. I feel like that'll be really pretty. Then I can use this in the inner corner. So I'm going to start with the inner, which is that more foiled looking shadow cider. It's, as I'm pressing into it, now this is a very flat brush. I prefer to use flat brushes. As I'm pressing into it, not much is coming up and it's almost like looking like it wants to come off in sheets, if that makes sense, like just slip right off. I'm just going to spend some time really trying to load my brush up and we'll see how much it transfers. I guess it's a little also powdery, not really powdery, it's an interesting formula. It's very slick feeling, like here's what it looks like. This is probably going to be one that's better suited to apply with your finger, but especially in this inner corner, I don't like working with my finger. So I'm just going to be stubborn and take forever and make this work. Okay, so because I'm packing my brush on and really trying to get it on, I feel like it's also going on a little too thick, so let me not grab so much up on my brush and just work slow. Okay, I think that's what we got so far. It's definitely just not wanting to pick up on the brush. I bet it would pick up better on like a little sponge tip applicator. I've been buying them recently. I feel like it's so crazy to say that I'm buying sponge tip applicator brushes, but they're really nice for inner corner highlights to pack it on. It makes it so quick and easy and it packs it on so well. Like, look at that, that was so much easier. Because it's like your finger, in my opinion, like a sponge tip is just like your finger, but I don't have to get my finger dirty, and I'm someone who doesn't like to get my finger dirty, so I like them. They're not great for precision work like I'm trying to do now, but I love them for my inner corner. Yeah, that's not gonna work to try to bring it up because it's just gonna make a mess. So let me go back to the brush. It definitely packed it on a lot easier. So this form is definitely one that if you don't mind using your finger, that's the way to go. Okay, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. It's not as crisp and bright as I envisioned in my head when I was looking at this shadow, but I think it's mostly due to the fact that it's just hard to apply with a flat brush, but I need to apply with a flat brush to get the precision I want. But this will be fine. I'm gonna go in with that sponge tip and just kind of press in on this side to get the same intensity that I got on this side to make sure they're even. I'm gonna take that same brush, we'll see, cleaning it off, and then I'm gonna put in that other color which I pointed out earlier, which is Cherry Pie. This one also doesn't seem to want to pick up with the brush. However, it's picking up more so with the brush, if that makes sense. Like it's a little bit easier to pick up. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, okay, it's coming up a little bit more easily. Not the shine, but the color at least is coming up. It's easier to pick up with a brush than that first shade. That first shade was pretty hard in my book. Okay, gonna take too long because so see how it looks there? Watch when I do this and just pop it on with my finger. So much more intense. That's really pretty. That's like a hot pink, but a fall hot pink, if that makes sense. That's super pretty. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to do a lot of work to try to get that shade I put on the inner corner to mesh and blend with the hot pink because it's just not wanting to pick up. You know, that shimmer, that first shade, the cider. So let me spend some time. I might cut this part out because it might be boring, but let me spend some time getting these to mesh. I'm just gonna go back and forth basically. Okay. So I think that's where we're gonna stop. Could be a little bit more blended, but I'm honestly pushing my luck a little bit here with the kids sleeping, so I'm gonna try to get this look finished up before they wake up. I'm just going back with my outer corner color to try to soften it. I kind of remember with Beaute's older formula saying that the shimmer was a bit thick And I feel like I'm seeing that here because, and what I mean by thick is that like when I try to mesh them together, I feel like the formula I like is when as you're blending the matte into the shimmer, the outer edges kind of soften with the shimmer so you can't really see a harsh line. And this one, as I've been blending, I still see the line. Maybe it's all in my head, but I definitely feel like it's always more noticeable on camera, so I'll have to see when I go to edit this, but I don't know, I feel like I can see a little bit of a line, but that's where we're gonna end it. Let me just pack a little bit more on the lid to make sure it's as blended as I can get it. That pink stains my fingers. We'll have to see if it stains my skin. It usually doesn't because I think the primer helps protect my skin. Okay, tons of fallout from that shimmer red. Probably a little bit from the inner corner too, but I can't really see. I just see a bunch of sparkly red on my under eyes. So we're gonna do that, and now let's move to the lower lash line. And I think I used all 4 of the brushes, even though this one was just to very lightly blend out, but I used them all. So let's do something quick and simple to the lower lash line. I'm just going to take, oh, I need to redo the top of my wing too. I'm gonna take a touch of what I used for my wing right against my lower lash line, and then I'm gonna blend it out with this shade because I loved it so much on the inner corner. I wanna see more of it. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna do some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did the inner corner also. I forgot to tell you guys or show you guys on camera, but I used that shade right there. Definitely a lot of glitter-ish or sparkle to it, but it's very pretty in the inner corner. My face is covered in sparkles. Definitely a palette that I would prefer to do before my face makeup, but oh well. Okay, we're moving on to the next product in the box, and this is the Karma Unique Beauty. A Unique. There's an A in there. This retails for $25, and they're very natural lashes, and honestly look small enough that I don't think I need to trim them. Should probably check because that would be the logical thing to do instead of just assuming. I'm just gonna trim the little like white clear tips on either end. So we're gonna use this. This is the Appeal Adhesive Liquid Liner. It says to apply and let it get tacky and then put on your lashes. I should have thought this through more and done just a regular black liner because this is gonna stand out. So I'm gonna try my best to stick right to my lash line and so it doesn't look too weird. If it looks terrible, I can just re-put black, I guess, and cover the wing. Okay, so this is actually what I do even if I do a black liner. Whenever I use these adhesive liners, I do my wing and then afterwards, my kids are awake so you're gonna hear them. But anyway, I just take it and I stamp it on. That way I can get a nice thick line. There we go. Looks a little funky, but oh well. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna place this down. Let's do outer corner first. They said wait till it gets tacky. Dropping things. It's been a while since I put lashes on, so I feel very rusty at the moment. Ooh, these are a touch long. Okay, hang on, abort. It's not gonna work. I know my eyes are gonna water and get so upset, so I'm gonna cut it off just a little chunk here then. Okay, let's put that on there. Oh, I feel so awkward right now trying to get these on. Like I said, it has been a long time since I put on lashes. I can't even remember the last time I wore lashes. I think we got it adhered. Let's do the other side. That's a bit close. I can feel it. My inner corner does not like when I get things too close. What I am going to do is take what I used for the liner. I'm just gonna touch it on the outer corner here a little bit. Almost to cover up a little bit of the black, just so it doesn't look really dumb when I'm closing my eyes. I feel like that stark blackness is gonna look a little weird. So maybe we'll conceal it a little bit. That's my hope. Okay, there we go. Those are the false lashes. Yeah, definitely very natural. I feel like when they're this natural, I'm just like, why go through the effort? If I'm gonna put on lashes, I want them to be like noticeable, but they do add a lot of fullness. They are very pretty. Not to say it doesn't look like I have any lashes, but they're just very subdued. Okay, that was everything in the box. So at this point, we can go ahead and finish out the video. I'm going to switch back, zoom out a little bit so I'm not quite so close to the camera, and I'll show you guys a couple close-up shots as well, as long as you guys don't point out how much glitter is on my face, because I feel a little bit like a Cullen right now. That's how sparkly my cheeks are. So anyway, we'll be right back. All right, so here's the final look. I added a different lipstick from this morning. It is, where is my lipstick? I put it out to make sure I would tell you guys. It's Oden's Eye here, liquid lipstick, and Apricot Girl is what I put on. I felt like it was more fallish than the lipstick I had on this morning. But anyway, yeah, this is the completed look, and I really like how it turned out. I feel like it's very colorful, and like I said, very autumn, and a lot more intense and just fall-ish than I first originally thought when I saw this palette online. So I was really happy to have it and get to try it out and use it on my eyes and see for myself, because I feel like this is definitely so beautiful when it comes to fall tones and the type of looks that I like to get in the fall. So super happy with that. Just to kind of give you a little bit of like a wear time first impressions, I've been super happy with the eyeshadow. I haven't had any issues with creasing or any fading of the mattes and whatnot in my crease. Very happy with that. I'll go ahead and stick up close-ups so you guys can really see. The close-ups are from this morning. I didn't take any like right now, but there hasn't been a big change. The only thing I can see honestly when I look at my eyes is that there's still fallout all under my eyes, but I have no idea if that's just from fallout this morning or if it's fallen out during the day. So that's something I can't tell you right now because I did my eyes after my face. Anyway, moving on from that, the adhesive liner and lashes. The lashes are very comfortable to wear. I did have to take one of them off and cut it a little bit shorter and then re-stick it back on, and then before I sat down for this video I did have to reapply on my inner corner. I'm not sure if that's just because I was putting them on and they're a little too long, and the more I kind of agitate and mess with my eyes, especially on the inner corner of my eyes, they tend to water, and so my lashes will pop up. So the adhesive liner is something I definitely have to try more, but I will say that on the middle and outer band of the lashes, it's still on tight. I've been wearing them for a half a day at this point. It's like 1 o'clock and I put it on at 7. So, I mean, that's promising, but inner corner wise, they definitely both popped up pretty quickly after I left my makeup table just because my eyes were getting agitated, getting watery, and boom, they popped up. What else? First impressions, like I said, the lashes are very comfortable to wear. They're a very thin band. I do like that, and especially if you're not someone who wears lashes often, you'll get a lot of great use out of this. And then also with the brushes, I think the brushes are nice, but they're just a little bit bigger than my preference. I'll still keep them and use them. I think they're beautiful brushes. They felt nice. They, you know, blended things out fine, but my preference in brushes that I use often tend to be a little bit more smaller and concise. Yeah, that's kind of my first impression thoughts on all the products, and that is going to do it for today's video. I would love to hear from you guys which products stood out to you the most, that you were the most excited to see in my Boxycharm, and if you get Boxycharm, let me know what you're hoping to get, or if you've gotten your box already, let me know what you were most excited to receive in your box. I feel like this has just been such a good box. It blew me out of the water. So that's why I want to sit down and do this unboxings. Like I said, it's been ages since I've done it, so I hope you guys enjoyed the way I did it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it on my channel. And yeah, I think that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you want to continue getting daily content from me, I'm over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92. You guys will be seeing a reel of me doing this unboxing at some point here very, very soon in the next couple of days because I always like to share the unboxings over there. And yeah, I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye.